Hello, everybody. Just in about a little bit over an hour, my family and I are going to have to check out of the hotel room that we're in. At that point, we'll be in a state of limbo for the day. We're really trying to do our best to avoid this happening at this moment in time. Please, if you're able to donate, you'll see my PayPal details over in the chat window. It should also be down in the description area of this video. Please use that to make a donation. Every donation really helps us in this situation. Although we're needing to target about $190, even donations of 20, 10 here and there get us to the mark much more quickly than you might think that they do. And every donation really helps us. And, it would be really helpful if we could reach our target today, or at the very least, only have to check out for about an hour or two or something like that, because when I'm able to have coverage of the room and everything like that, it places us in a position where I can then further progress some outreach that I've done on the ground. I have places lined up in the area where I can, give consultations from, places I can teach classes from, and I just need to follow up on some of those contacts in order to be able to further secure opportunities for us. But in order to do that, I really need time to be able to do that. So, in donating, please do use my PayPal details, which you'll see over in the description area. You'll see it in the description area of the video, but also over in the chat area. I think I need to point in that direction. Please do not use Super Chat or any of the YouTube-based donation things. Please donate to me directly through my PayPal page. That would really be the best solution at this particular moment in time. Some of you may just be joining us, so I'm just going to repeat everything that we've discussed so far, and I'll say, please pardon in advance for me holding the microphone so close. The walls are really thin here, and I'm trying to keep the situation a little bit private. But, in just about an hour, we're going to have to leave the hotel room that we're presently staying in. At that point, we'll be in a state of limbo for the day without any coverage for our accommodation and very little coverage for our food needs. We could really use and very deeply appreciate your donations at this moment in time. You'll see a link over in the chat window. That's to my PayPal details. If you go and you take a look at that, there is also a link that's further down in the description area of the video for those who want to go look at it that way. Please do not donate through Super Chat right now. The best way to ensure funds reach us as quickly as they possibly can is directly through PayPal. We're in a situation where the more we can stay accommodated, the more progress I can make towards getting income in and more permanently solving our situation. But when we end up being in a state of limbo all day long, it makes things incredibly difficult, because then the anxiety begins to set in. Then you're having to focus on the immediate at the expense of the longer term, because you have no opportunity but to do that. The other day, I took a chance and tried to further solidify some things, and we almost didn't have a place to stay that night. So this is how, there's a very delicate balance between those things. So if you're able to help, it's really very immensely helpful. Again, the best way to help is through my PayPal details. I'm going to go, even though it's at the top of the chat window, I'm going to copy and paste it so that people, can see it more current in the chat window. So please, if you're able to make a donation, please do so through my PayPal details that you'll see over to the left. I will also later on put a link to my astrological scheduling consultations with me. Tremendously helps at this moment in time. It gives myself and my family vital and very necessary support, whilst equally allowing me to get back to work, which is the ultimate desire. So please, if you're able to help in one of those two ways, it makes an immense difference. And again, we're needing to target about $190 in order to be able to cover our accommodation and food needs for the day. The reason being that this is the weekend, prices are a little bit higher on the weekend. And in addition to that, prices fluctuate over the course of the day. The prices may start somewhat lower, and then later on the day, and the day as availability begins to decrease, they begin to go further up in price. So the earlier we can get in for the day, the better things are going to be. And ideally, we would rather just extend where we are right now. I recognize that some of you are just joining me. For those of you who've been here for the whole video, I'm likely going to repeat this over and over again, because I just need to make sure that people who are joining us understand the whole point of it. We're pretty much in a position where within about an hour, a little bit over an hour perhaps, we're going to have to leave the accommodation that we're in. At that point, we'll be in a situation where we do not have any accommodation or any way to aptly cover our food needs for the course of the day. We're needing to target about $190 in order to be able to reach our goal to allow myself and my family to avoid being in limbo and over the course of the day. It's colder out here in London. We're trying to make sure that we're able to stay accommodated so we can further, solidify opportunities on the ground that we've been able to advance. I also made a new contact recently, somebody who's trying to help me to find more places to give consultations from and teach classes from. So that's a very helpful thing, but I need to follow up on these things. So please, if you're able to donate using my PayPal details, you'll see that over in the comments area of the video. It's also down in the description area. Even if you are in a position where you're not able to donate the full $190, I understand that. Pardon me. Quite often, donations of $10, $20 here and there help us to reach the target pretty quickly over the course of the day. And I know a lot of times people will go, oh, I don't want to donate because I can't donate that much. Even donating a little makes a huge difference in this situation because it all adds up rather quickly. Yesterday, we were able to get in earlier in the day. Today, we have had no assistance come in overnight in this situation. I need to solidify our situation for a good several days to begin to, rebuild a little more strongly. When we have like a day or two of coverage, I'm able to make further contacts and further advance things. The more coverage we have, the more we're able to do. So please, if you're in a position where you're able to help, again, my PayPal detail. So please, if you're in a position where you're able to help, again, my PayPal details are over in the comments section of this video. You'll also see it down in the description area of this video. Every donation that you make helps to make our situation more stable. Every time our situation becomes more stable, I'm making further and further progress on the ground to continue that stability so that we don't backslide. But in this situation, it becomes a stability. When that stability is there, confidence also follows it. When that confidence is there with that stability, then the contacts that I made, that I'm making, end up being more advantageous, more opportunistic, because it helps to increase, trust level with people who I'm offering my services to in terms of looking for places to read out of, rather than just making it seem like, I'm someone who's desperate for business, which, on a side note, I am at this particular point. We want to make it so that things are able to rebuild. And sadly, in our world, confidence is a necessary step in order to create further security in the business world. So please help us to be able to secure further stability for myself and my family. Ultimately, that's what this is about, us being able to have a warm place to stay, us being able to have enough food to eat, and giving us time that we can build upon so that we can get back into a position where we're able to stand on our own 2 feet. So please, if you can make a donation using my PayPal details, which you'll see over in the comment section of this video or down in the description area of this video. Again, we're needing to target about $190 in order to be able to stay in accommodation and fed for today. The earlier in the day that happens, then the more progress I can make in this situation. All donations get us closer to the amount that we progress I can make in this situation. All donations get us closer to the amount that we need. So if you're sitting there going, I can only give lights, yes, indeed, it will make a huge difference because, basically 7, 8, 9 people doing that, it ends up being almost the full amount that we need, right? And that's how, things begin to change rather quickly. So please, if you're able to make a donation, again, the details to my PayPal are over in the comment section and in the description area. I'm going to stress again, please do not use Super Chat. It takes those funds a long time to reach me. It has to wait until it builds up to a huge amount, and it takes a couple of days before it's dispersed. So it's really not helpful in this situation. PayPal is really the best way. That's over in the comment section of the video. And in addition to that, it's down in the description area of this video. Every donation matters and gets us closer to what we need at this particular moment in time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being there and supporting us during this very difficult transition that we're going through. Take care, everybody.